Today on Disco Elysium, I am awake, I am alive. I did not kill myself shaving yesterday, and any evidence to the contrary will be ignored.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
I mean, I haven't today yet, I just woke up. I mean, waking up itself kind of is an act to be celebrated, you know? It takes more effort than a lot of people like to acknowledge. Oh, Kim's waiting for me out under the thing.
Yes?
It's cute. You know what, let's introduce my shaving the weird way.
The
Why
lieutenant's
not?
posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as you lean forward and sniff the
Wait,
air just
I'm all
above his shoulder blade.
de-grizzled now too,
The
I forgot about
lieutenant is
that.
fastidious as a cat in matters of his personal upkeep. And yet, in the folds of his jacket, you can just perceive the stale and acrid traces of oil rags, transmission fluid, and brake pads. Wait. There's something else there. Something that sets your GABA receptors aflutter. The lieutenant's aftershave, a common drugstore brand. Strong hints of pine needle.
I'm glad I'm getting all this off of Kim. You must think I'm
But what sort of
completely normal.
ideological picture do these smells paint? Tough to say.
Nothing like sniffing up a buddy,
Do
you know?
need something, detective?
Yeah, let's go the most in character
I
route.
do like to hang around the motor pool every now and then, but that doesn't make me a mechanic. Sort of like
Pretty
how
humble.
hanging around the liquor store hasn't made you into a master distiller. You're right, detective. My apologies.
That was pretty good though. I
Was
would
there
admit.
something else you wish to discuss?
Yes, I did.
I don't know what to say. Perhaps I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
No, my whole character now is that I'm like completely miserable, and I want everybody to know that. So that's part of tying into that.
Good on you. You were saying?
Nope. Alright, I think I made the right choice thematically. What do we gotta do today? We gotta, like, get the armor number info, all that, right? Oh, I didn't do that yesterday. I gotta, talk to Lena. Is there anything else directly I can do? I mean, I guess I could, like, talk to the scab leader about the tattoos. That seems like a dangerous idea, though. There's nothing else really directly we can do that I would be interested in doing, but I guess we'll have to, like, see where the game takes me. Surely there's some, like, natural rhythm of the game built in, right? Who are you guys? Are you the two co-cops from before again?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
I love your name, buddy.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
Your name is less exciting, but
A
also
snazzy shit-ripped
a vibe.
skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Okay, they're kind of annoying though. I kind of wish I had bullets in my gun right
tribal
now.
shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
Yeah, Kim has a gun and he's going to shoot you.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Yeah, well, you're not,
I tell you who
Buckaroo.
we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches. On the contrary.
Cindy's a skull, isn't she? She's cooler than
Part
either
of
of
this
you
presentation
two.
you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Yeah, I'm guessing some sort of gang, and I can tell you guys aren't cool enough to be in
Let's indulge in some intellectual exchange.
that.
These young men seem
kinda
eager to
that
share
thing.
their beliefs.
Yeah.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm gonna get into
The
it.
question was rhetorical. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmetine, or the Besmeti, the Immortals, are West Rivisholian crime syndicates.
Ah, I like how they come up with their own names
nastiest
for
bunch of psychos ever.
concepts.
Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Also, I'm gonna turn up the audio here because someone put a comment in the chat. I'm gonna make a note for myself. Recording. Alright, that's as loud as I can make it. Hopefully that's like a good level. I can turn my voice down if need be, but it's that full here.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Murder?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
You guys have a
Yeah,
cool
I
vibe.
mean,
I wonder why they aren't letting you into the gang here.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
What do you mean move along? They're at our
Hey,
car.
stop
Not
right
yours,
there.
but you know what I mean.
How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology, a field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Yeah, I got Socrates over here.
How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Yeah, you guys are real geniuses.
What
Shut
do you
up.
think we know?
That's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
segue into the next
Cindy's
topic,
a
actually.
right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Let's try to impress them with my
Oh man, yeah.
deep
We're not fucking
knowledge.
kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat. But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Now we're talking,
Hey.
Kim.
There's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, thanks for your service there,
We're not
buddy.
franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
I know what he means by franchise. It's just a weird term to be hearing in the context of
Because
organized
we
crime.
can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Wait, his name is actually Fuck?
Mhm.
That's, unfortunate.
What about them?
Yeah, let's go the,
Like I said
better
before,
route.
many men keep searching for the one. For so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase. The hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these two
you
for
get
now
more
either.
fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Okay, how about your buddy
Well,
there?
first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Oh, I'm glad they made you relatable here.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Yeah, great,
What
thanks,
I
buddy.
mean by this is, we are all piss, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow. Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Yes?
You want to steal their jackets?
Leather jackets
or-
adorned with
buddy?
immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan. What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
You understand,
Neither.
Kim.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
Alright, I guess we got ourselves a deal
Seems
there,
about right,
Kim.
especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or, you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
I'm not actually gonna go through with it. I like the idea, but... now that's out of the way, we can actually make the call I was aiming to make today. So that's something exciting.
Inside, you see a set
Yeah.
of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Same as
This
always.
is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Yeah, there
Sorry,
we
sir.
go.
I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Isn't that what I was supposed to do today? That's my... I'm the armor's owner. I did that, it's the next day. I guess it's just gonna be like later on today, potentially,
57,
or
over and out.
In the
maybe
cabin,
tomorrow?
you
Kind
see
of,
a set of
anticlimactic end to the video. I guess, one more thing we could do. I gotta talk to, what's her name in here about, the traps I reset up.
Wait, no. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right. They
Okay,
are,
something's
but
happening
they
here.
don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you.
I was saying before, I thought the game would probably have to introduce some new event to the plot to keep it going. I think this is what it's going to be here. Also, why the narrator doesn't have anything to say for this one?
And from his perch at the end
So
of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away.
Probably just a glitch. I probably stayed on it too long there.
Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Anyways, talk to you and then we'll end today's thing. I'm doing double recording, so we're going to keep on with the live
Hello,
stream,
dear.
but
It's good to see a familiar face. Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
It's gonna be
Morel
us,
will
right?
eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
I'm sure Kim will be a big fan of
Lieutenant
that.
stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with
Yeah, I
this.
thought he vanished or something.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Oh, don't worry. That's not from checking the traps. That's because I'm a raging alcoholic.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
I don't blame her.
Different? How? I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then. It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
I mean, he was already looking for that kind of stuff before he met her, right? Like, I don't think she's the reason why he's doing
The
this.
lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Oh, that's scary, the chance of failing, but I gotta just go for it, right?
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care. All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
You know, this reminds you of the Pericarnassian theory of love. In essence, love is a relay out of death. Generation by generation, our love remains in our progeny. Lay some of that on her.
Is that the right path to take? I don't know. Probably not, but it's one I'm gonna take.
Sweetie, I don't think the Pericarnassians were thinking of people in my situation. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Maybe, but then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
A true believer.
Try to encourage her, I guess.
Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it, how it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Really?
Come on, Kim. Her marriage is falling apart. Be nice here.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
I mean...
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
You too, sweetie. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be a
waste of time. A dream. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine sputters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's raining.
That sound effect wasn't quiet.
We should go too.
Well, it's a nice depressing tone to end off today's video. I'm gonna keep recording here. I'm gonna do a double recording, but saved game. I'm gonna grab a water, reset my recording, and then we're just gonna keep on powering on here. Back in 1 second.